Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. If you like our summaries, remember to subscribe and activate the notification.
Today we are going to discover the truth revealed by Bolo Young about Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee and Bolo Young have left an indelible mark on martial arts history and cinema. Their legacies continue to inspire generations of fans and practitioners worldwide. Bruce Lee, widely regarded as the father of modern martial arts, revolutionized these disciplines through his unique philosophy and techniques. Bolo Young, known for his impressive physique and powerful screen presence, became one of the most recognizable figures in martial arts films. Their paths crossed during the filming of Enter the Dragon, leading to a profound friendship that lasted until Bruce's mysterious death. Although Bolo typically shies away from media attention, he recently appeared in an interview where he spoke deeply about his friend Bruce Lee. Let's explore what Bolo had to say about the Little Phoenix. If you're a fan of classic action and martial arts films, chances are you're familiar with Bolo Young. He stands as one of the most iconic martial arts film actors of all time. With his incredibly muscular physique, Bolo was much more than just an imposing figure of his era. This man was truly a certified powerhouse. His physique made him the ideal candidate for several martial cinema classics. Born on July 3, 1946, in Guangzhou, China, Bolo's childhood was far from glamorous. Growing up as a lower-class kid, he was no stranger to life's challenges. Raised in a country questioning its identity, Bolo found comfort and purpose in martial arts. From the age of 10, Bolo began his journey in martial arts, training under several renowned kung fu masters. At that time, martial arts held significance beyond mere self-defense or fitness. They were deeply embedded in Chinese society as a way of life. For Bolo, martial arts offered not only physical training but also invaluable lessons in focus and discipline. Driven by a desire for self-improvement and seeking stability amid social turbulence, Bolo delved even deeper into his practice. He mastered the ancient art of Tai Chi, renowned for its ability to enhance concentration and meditation. Yet, Bolo's stay in China was not destined to be long. During this period of his life, China was a tumultuous place, grappling with significant political and social upheaval, marked by the rise of communism, widespread protests, and human rights violations. Seeking a better future, Bolo made the bold decision to leave for the region of China closest to the Hong Kong border. To reach the island, he undertook a daring journey, swimming across the Shenzhen River. Unlike mainland China, Hong Kong enjoyed a relatively liberal society. As a British colony at the time, it had a distinct identity from the mainland. Hong Kong was a vibrant melting pot, teeming with individuals from diverse cultures and backgrounds, where Bolo felt quite comfortable. Interestingly, it was during this period that Bolo developed a keen interest in fitness and bodybuilding. He firmly believed that a strong, well-toned physique complemented martial arts mastery, and he took this philosophy to heart. In 1969, Bolo won the Hong Kong Bodybuilding Championship title, a prestigious accolade he retained for an impressive decade. Despite his remarkable achievements, Bolo remained humble, emphasizing that his pursuits were not driven by personal glory. For him, martial arts were a path to spiritual harmony. Through Tai Chi practice, Bolo found a way to align his physical and spiritual dimensions, achieving true personal balance during this transformative period. Hong Kong boasted a thriving bodybuilding scene, providing fertile ground for Bolo's flourishing and excellence. His dedication paid off generously, and he quickly prospered in this environment. As expected, this newfound notoriety paved the way for his entry into the world of filmmaking and directing. Alongside its growing cultural popularity, Hong Kong had become a hub for creativity and talent in cinema. With studios like Shaw Brothers and Golden Harvest leading the way, the country's film industry was thriving, producing classic action and martial arts films. Just like today's global K-pop phenomenon, these Hong Kong films transcended their national border, captivating audiences worldwide. In an era marked by a booming film industry, producers and directors were constantly seeking new talents capable of infusing projects with a unique blend of physicality and acting prowess. Bolo Young was an actor whose impressive physique and martial arts background positioned him as the ideal candidate for films of that era. Given Bolo's credentials, it was not surprising that he fit perfectly into the dynamic world of Hong Kong cinema, leaving an indelible mark on the industry. By the late 1960s, studio executives recognized Bolo's potential and began offering him roles, albeit small ones, in their films. Although his initial roles may seem minor, They laid the groundwork for what would become Bolo's remarkable career trajectory. Bolo's imposing physique and enigmatic demeanor gave him an intimidating screen presence. His stoic gaze often made him the perfect villain, characters who didn't need to speak much to convey their threatening aura. When it was time to act, everyone knew Bolo meant business. Despite making progress in the film world, Bolo had to face numerous challenges. The film industry at that time was highly competitive, demanding unwavering perseverance from individuals and the ability to establish themselves as formidable talents to truly succeed. In addition to the challenges Bolo faced, he had to deal with a significant language barrier upon arriving in Hong Kong. Being Chinese, he had to navigate not only linguistic differences but also the cultural nuances of his new environment. Bolo's breakthrough came when he caught the attention of Shaw Brothers Studios executives, one of Hong Kong's most prestigious film production houses. Renowned for classics like The Five Deadly Venoms, Shaw Brothers Studios understood the importance of convincing villains in great films. In Bolo, they saw the perfect embodiment of such a character: stoic, disciplined, and resolute. Bolo's journey with Shaw Brothers Studios marked a significant turning point in his career. He secured roles in several of their productions, ranging from heroic tales to intense dramas like Deadly Duo and Angry Guest. With each film, Bolo solidified his status as a martial arts icon and imposing screen presence. His portrayal of villains became legendary, blending physical power with psychological depth. Bolo's characters exuded strength and subtlety, inspiring both fear and respect in viewers. What set him apart was his ability to transcend the stereotypical image of a muscular villain. Bolo infused his roles with layers of complexity, transforming seemingly one-dimensional characters into multifaceted individuals. Viewers were captivated by Bolo's portrayal of villains who, despite their antagonistic role, evoked empathy and understanding. Through his physicality and nuanced performances, Bolo conveyed a range of emotions, allowing viewers to connect with his characters on a deeper level. In an industry saturated with stereotypical villains, Bolo managed to carve a distinct niche for himself. His characters weren't mere obstacles for heroes to overcome. They were essential to the plots, often driving stories forward and adding layers of complexity to films. What distinguished Bolo was his ability to infuse his roles with unique personality and charisma, making his characters incredibly compelling. Instead of conforming to stereotypes, Bolo brought depth and nuance to his performances, captivating audiences with his screen presence. Moreover, Bolo's imposing physique further enhanced his reputation in the film industry. His musculature not only added authenticity to his action scenes but also contributed to his overall appeal as a martial arts star. Working with Shaw Brothers Studios offered Bolo invaluable opportunities to collaborate with some of Hong Kong's most esteemed talents, including directors, choreographers, and actors. This exposure to excellence allowed him to refine his craft and polish his acting skills, constantly pushing himself to deliver remarkable performances. Navigating through different directors' styles and adapting to various filming techniques, Bolo's time with Shaw Brothers Studios proved instrumental in shaping his legacy and influence in martial arts cinema. He became a role model for aspiring actors and a template for screenwriters seeking to create compelling antagonists. Bolo's contribution to the martial arts film genre was undeniable, with each iconic character he portrayed contributing to its growth in different ways. As Hong Kong emerged as a center of excellence for martial arts, and as the talent pool in Hong Kong's film industry continued to grow, the demand for actors capable of bringing fresh perspectives to different scenarios also increased. This demand coincided with Bolo's rising popularity in the industry. During this period, another figure was making waves in the industry: Bruce Lee. Like Bolo, Bruce was of Chinese descent, but his upbringing differed significantly. Born in the United States, Bruce automatically obtained American citizenship. However, at just 4 months of age, Bruce and his parents moved to Hong Kong. It was there that Bruce was first exposed to the world of cinema, thanks to his father, who was an opera star. Remarkably, before even reaching the age of 10, Bruce had already begun his acting career. Despite his early success in Hong Kong, Bruce's family made the decision to send him back to the United States during his teenage years. In April 1959, Bruce settled in Seattle, where he pursued his studies while working as a waiter at a local restaurant. During this period, Bruce also delved deeper into martial arts, developing his unique approach to disciplines like Wing Chun and Kung Fu. He opened his first martial arts school in Seattle, marking the beginning of his journey to becoming a martial arts legend. In 1961, Bruce enrolled at the University of Washington, where he pursued studies in various fields, including arts, philosophy, and psychology. Before long, Bruce was also finding success as an actor, landing roles in notable productions such as The Green Hornet, Batman, and Ironside. With each role, Bruce further cemented his reputation as a talented actor. However, despite his rising popularity, Bruce also felt the need to return to his roots and contribute to the emerging film scene in his homeland, Hong Kong. It was in this vibrant atmosphere that the paths of Bruce Lee and Bolo Young finally crossed. Their first meeting took place on the set of a local commercial spot for Winston cigarettes. As soon as they met, Bruce and Bolo immediately hit it off, forming a bond that would strengthen over time. Eventually, Bruce invited Bolo to join him in Enter the Dragon, a role that would have a profound impact on their respective careers. To accomplish this task, the martial arts master had to travel to a remote island and participate in an exhausting tournament. Enter the Dragon proved to be a success in many ways. The film not only elevated the martial arts genre with its art and choreography but also achieved commercial success, grossing over $400 million to date despite a budget of around $850,000. That's a remarkable return on investment. Interestingly, it was during Enter the Dragon that Bolo acquired his nickname. By portraying a character named Bolo in the film, the nickname stuck with him thereafter. Young officially became known as Bolo Young. Throughout their collaboration on Enter the Dragon, Bolo and Bruce forged a strong bond. They worked closely on fighting techniques, exchanging knowledge and learning from each other about effective approaches to choreography and other aspects of filmmaking. This collaboration provided Bolo with a unique insight into Bruce Lee's personality. In Enter the Dragon, Young played the role of the villain's second-in-command, while Lee occupied the position of the main protagonist. Although Young generally avoids media attention, he recently broke his silence in an interview offering profound insights into his friendship with Bruce Lee. Let's discover what Young had to say about the Little Phoenix. In November 2022, the Chinese bodybuilder finally opened up about Bruce Lee during a Mandarin interview, later translated into English by Beardy Bruce Lee Central. During the conversation, Young revealed fascinating details about Lee's personality and shared intriguing anecdotes from the Enter the Dragon film sets. He recounted how Bruce Lee was often challenged on set, stating that Bruce didn't want to fight, but he felt obligated to do so. Young then explained that an extra wanted to test Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do skills, which led to a brief altercation. Acknowledging Lee's ultra-fast reflexes, Young commented, "He kicked the extra in the head and the fight was over. Bruce was too fast." Clearly impressed by Lee's martial mastery, Young expressed his admiration for his remarkable speed, emphasizing, "His speed was incredible." Bruce was renowned for his lightning-fast speed, capable of delivering 8 punches in a single second. Among his famous techniques was the 1-inch punch, a devastating move he had mastered. In this move, Bruce would stand extremely close to his opponent and deliver a punch so powerful that its impact reverberated throughout the receiver's body. The physics behind this punch has intrigued experts. Bruce's version reached an impressive speed of 118 miles per hour. The force behind it could send a 198-pound person flying 16 feet. Bruce's extraordinary speed and power were the result of his rigorous training program focused on improving his speed, strength, and endurance. Both Lee and Young were renowned for their exceptional physical power and expertise in various martial arts disciplines. Lee was deeply rooted in Wing Chun, a martial art he had perfected before creating his own unique style known as Jeet Kune Do. Beyond martial arts, Lee dazzled audiences with his dancing skills and remarkable acrobatic prowess. On the other hand, Young's repertoire included a blend of karate and kung fu, showcasing his remarkable strength and agility. Bruce Lee's approach in Wing Chun prioritized speed, precision, and efficiency of movement. He believed in adapting martial arts techniques to suit individual strengths and weaknesses, rejecting a one-size-fits-all approach to combat. In contrast, Bolo Young's training emphasized raw power and endurance, focusing on delivering devastating blows capable of quickly neutralizing opponents. In a hypothetical confrontation between Bruce Lee and Bolo Young, Lee would likely rely on his agility and quick reflexes to avoid Young's formidable strikes. Using his Wing Chun expertise, Lee would seek to exploit openings in Young's defense by targeting vulnerable areas like the eyes, nose, and throat with swift, precise strikes. Lee's legendary 1-inch punch would serve as a deadly weapon, delivering considerable force over a short distance. However, Bolo Young's raw power and endurance would pose significant challenges for Bruce Lee. A solid punch from Yeung could potentially neutralize or incapacitate Lee given Yeung's unmatched strength. Additionally, Yeung's solid martial background and rigorous bodybuilding regimen would make him remarkably resilient, able to withstand substantial punishment and continue despite sustained injuries. In their cinematic endeavors, Bruce Lee pioneered the martial arts film genre, starring in iconic works such as Fist of Fury and Game of Death. Recognized for his charismatic screen presence and ability to perform his own stunts, Lee transcended mere acting to become a philosophical voice in the martial arts community. In contrast, Yeung carved out a prominent place as a notorious antagonist in films. His collaboration with Lee spanned movies like Enter the Dragon and Game of Death, where Yeung's menacing physique and screen threat solidified his status as the go-to choice for villain roles. Renowned for his extraordinary demonstrations of strength, such as breaking bricks and bending steel bars, Yeung's imposing presence left an indelible mark on the martial arts cinematic landscape. In a hypothetical confrontation between Bruce Lee and Bolo Young, predicting the outcome is challenging. Lee's speed and agility would pose a formidable challenge for Bolo Young, given that his Jeet Kune Do style emphasizes adaptability and counterattacks. Yet, Bolo Young's power and precise technique could make him a formidable opponent. His ability to deliver devastating blows with precision could give him an edge against Lee's renowned quick movements. Physically, Bolo Young appears as the more imposing figure, standing 5 feet 7 inches and weighing approximately 220 pounds, sporting musculature envied by bodybuilders. In contrast, Bruce Lee, standing 5 feet 7 inches and weighing about 135 pounds, possessed a lean, muscular physique that facilitated his quick and efficient movements. Ultimately, predicting the outcome of a confrontation between Bruce Lee and Bolo Young remains impossible. Both martial artists possessed extraordinary talent and skill, each with their unique strengths and weaknesses. While Lee's speed and precision made him a formidable opponent, Young's power and endurance made him equally formidable. The winner would likely be determined by who could capitalize on their strengths and exploit their opponent's weaknesses. Following Bruce's tragic death in 1973, Bolo aptly remarked, "There will never be another Bruce Lee. I had the privilege of calling him my friend." His sentiment proved true, as many aspirants have attempted to imitate Bruce's legendary one-inch punch, but none have matched the original. Indeed, it seems unlikely that anyone could ever replicate Bruce Lee's unique talents. The friendship between these two legends began to blossom in 1971, during the filming of a cigarette commercial. A year after their spontaneous encounters, Lee approached Young with an offer to collaborate on his upcoming film. Intriguingly, Young enthusiastically accepted Lee's proposal and agreed to share the screen with him. Thus, Lee and Bolo found themselves co-starring in Enter the Dragon. Their relationship was founded on mutual admiration and respect, with both men being pioneers in promoting martial arts. Their bond was that of kindred spirits, pushing each other to excel in their artistic and professional endeavors. Together, they collaborated on what remains one of the most iconic martial arts films of all time. Bolo's journey to stardom took a poignant turn with Bruce Lee's untimely death. The loss hit Bolo hard, as Bruce was not just a comrade but also a source of inspiration, propelling him to greater heights in the martial arts field. However, amidst the sadness, a new chapter opened for Bolo. The success of Enter the Dragon catapulted him into the world of Hollywood fame, achieving the coveted dream of many actors. His collaboration with Bruce and his remarkable talents, both in comedy and martial arts, opened doors to new opportunities in his film career. Venturing into Hollywood demonstrated Bolo's versatility as an actor, introducing a distinct fusion of Eastern and Western martial arts styles to the big screen. His pivotal role in Bloodsport, a 1988 martial arts masterpiece, marked a peak in his career. With a modest budget of $1.5 million, the film starred the charismatic Jean-Claude Van Damme as Frank Dux, alongside Bolo as Chong Li, the formidable and undefeated champion of the underground martial arts circuit. Once again, Bolo found himself in his element, portraying a villain with finesse while showcasing his remarkable combat skills, sculpted physique, and acting talent. As Chong Li, he exuded both charm and menace, creating a character that posed a formidable challenge to the film's protagonist, earning Bolo renewed recognition and audience adoration. Just like his experience with Enter the Dragon, Bolo developed a camaraderie with Van Damme during the filming of Bloodsport. Their mutual respect for each other's skills evolved into a deep friendship, prompting Van Damme to invite Bolo to join him in his next venture, Double Impact. Bolo's journey continued with numerous projects, becoming a source of inspiration for aspiring martial artists seeking to emulate his success. Despite being retired today, his influence remains palpable in the martial arts field, with many of today's luminaries acknowledging him as a pivotal figure. In conclusion, even though he might not have held the title of the most prominent martial arts actor of his era, Bolo Young undeniably left an indelible mark. Through his collaborations with industry pillars like Bruce Lee, he carved a place among the most venerated martial artists of all time. What do you think about the on-screen dynamic between Lee and Bolo? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to show your support. Thank you for joining us. See you soon for the next video. Goodbye.